Amir Sohail on strike. And straight away, a no ball, so it's not a good start for Morrison. A real mix-up here. Could be a run-out, is there? Goodness me, we've seen problems before with the opening combination between Amir Sohail. The running between the wicket with Saeed Anwar is not good. And I see problems and off a no ball.
Well, everything happening in the first ball. That was a good delivery from Danny Morrison. That one swung a bit late. And there it is, Amir Sohail. That would have been disaster because obviously Saeed Anwar not responding.
So the first run off the bat, and perhaps two that looking to come back, and yes, they'll make it safely. A little bobble down in the deep from Dion Nash, so action already. Danny Morrison looking to angle the ball back into the left-handers. That's his stock delivery. And onto the legs again. That's beautifully timed through mid-wicket from Sohail, and that's gone all the way.
That is a perfectly placed and well-timed shot by Amir. Danny Morrison pitching it up, and I think he is struggling with his rhythm. There it is, Amir Sohail placing it perfectly and timing it so well that the ball going for 4 runs.
It's onto the legs again, and that's beaten Thompson at square leg. This will be a good contest. And the ball wins the race again.
Yes, having said that about New Zealand team, I think that's no excuse for Danny Morrison not to be able to get into rhythm quickly and bowl properly, because I think here again we see that he has strayed with that swing, bowling to left-hander on his legs.
It's wide, and that's gone through the covers. That's a magnificent shot for 4.
Yes, Danny Morrison again giving Amir Sohail both the width as well as the length to launch the drive. And we'll see here Danny Morrison coming close to the wicket, beautifully timed and perfectly placed.
Well, this is a good pitch. Richard Hadley, he picked the ball come onto the bat nicely. Well, it's certainly coming on nicely. It's leaving even quicker at the moment from Amir Sohail. Dion Nash. And that's a good delivery, and that's it. An inside edge is a big appeal from the New Zealanders again. And once again, umpire Robinson is unmoved. Well, that was a fine delivery from Nash, coming back and climbing on the batsman. Certainly a sound, Saeed.
Yes, there is, and it'll be interesting to see in the replay whether, again, Saeed Anwar getting his... There's no doubt about it that it hit something, and maybe it hit his trousers. It's
wide, he's almost dragged that on. It's gone very close to going back onto leg stump.
Well, Dion Nash certainly has been bowling exceptionally well, and again here it is very unlucky not to get Amir Sohail this time, and there it is, the ball just getting the inside edge and missing the stumps.
Yes, I think the back boot there really did save Amir Sohail. At point at the moment is Chris Harris, acting 12th man, because we understand that Danny Morrison has left the field with some problems. We understand that Morrison may have a little bit of a problem with his groin. It's too wide, and that's gone past Harris. And then we were just talking about, he's very good there in the covers, but he's not good enough to stop that.
That was a beautiful shot, and Dion Nash for once giving Amir Sohail the luxury of going onto the back foot and placing that ball between extra cover and point.
It's a misfield there, and that's gone for 4. Bad bit of fielding at mid-off from Karori. It's a good shot from Amir Sohail, and that's his 5th boundary of the morning.
That was a magnificent shot. That was again beautifully timed by Amir, and Saeed Anwar, who was partnering Amir Sohail. If he could also just play proper cricket, I don't think they need to take any risk.
That's in the air. He hasn't really got a hold of it, but it could just about get to the fence. Yes, it will. Didn't initially look to be all that well timed, but he's in such good touch that that's another boundary.
minimum foot movement, just a bit short of length. He pulled it not quite as well as he would have liked to, but enough to get a boundary.
Oh, just about chopped that onto his stumps. He may well get 4 runs out of it. It was the slower ball from Cairns, and Amir Sohail a little lucky. Fortune though favours the brave, so they say.
Yeah, Cairns was a bit unlucky. But it's the way Amir Sohail plays. He has to have a bit of luck because he plays a lot of shots. He plays all around the wicket.
Down the track and over the top. Saeed Anwar takes a leaf out of Amir Sohail's book and hits his first boundary.
Yes, for Saeed Anwar to have been playing like he was for such a long time is quite unusual. That's a great shot.
Oh, that's beautifully timed too. Look at the timing on that. Second consecutive boundary.
That really was a brilliantly timed shot. He just leant into it, as you will see. There's no effort gone into it. It's just a sort of forward push. Hallmark of a very fine timer of the ball. A lot of talent there.
Over the top. And heading out to the boundary, and that is 50 for Amir Sohail.
Very good performance by Amir.
It's in the air. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. Shane Thompson, that's got to be one of the catches of the tournament. Sensational catch. The shot by Amir Sohail, just look at Shane Thompson. And what a magnificent catch. And New Zealand needed to produce something. And Robert Kennedy is the bowler. Ijaz Ahmed is the new batsman for Pakistan, replacing Amir Sohail.
Driven beautifully, and it could be 4 runs, and it is. Square of the wicket, and it's 86 for 1. What a beautiful shot by Saeed Anwar.
Saeed Anwar has been somewhat subdued this morning, and I was just questioning his health before, but on that particular occasion, even though he's got Yunus's shirt on there at the moment, he certainly did time that one nicely. Probably tried to hit it a little more straighter through the covers, but managed to slice it just backward a point, and it really did dissect the third man as well.
And that's beautifully played. Another 4 wide of mid-on. What a beautiful shot that. Perfect timing, perfect placement, 4 all the way.
Yes, 4 in consecutive deliveries now, so that suggests that the New Zealand bowling has just been too inconsistent today. They've been hit both sides of the wicket. So if one going backward a point for 4, then the other one going through wide mid-on for 4, suggests that the bowler's line is somewhat astray.
And this one, he's placed it well. It's going to be 4 runs to the third man boundary. Previous one, he tried to cut it late and fine. This one, he cut it a little square, and it's gone for 4.
Plays the cut shot very well to Saeed Anwar. In fact, there's been a tremendous amount of consistency in his game in this tournament to date.
Saeed Anwar on strike now. He's on 49. And on the pads again. And they pick up 2. And he completes yet another 50 in the World Cup.
And I must say, a very confident 50 that was.
Frightening when you look at the batting to come for Pakistan. And that bowling lineup for New Zealand. Yeah. The scoreboard.
And Ian, I can't help thinking that Javed Miandad and Salim Malik would be dying to get into bat on this wicket, because this is the only time they'll have a match before the World Cup semi-final.
Well, they might get in now because there's a chance of a catch down at long off. Cairns is underneath it. It's cleared him, and it's 6 to Saeed Anwar.
Yes, Saeed didn't really time that ball, but still managed to go for a 6. You will see in the replay that he didn't really get hold of it. It was a sort of more toppish edge. It didn't really middle the bat, but still it managed to go for a 6.
Well, he's called for the third umpire here. This could be very unlucky for Saeed Anwar, because umpire KT Francis, there was a deflection, a definite deflection from Shane Thompson. It's gone back onto the stumps, and KT Francis has called for the third umpire. Here we go. This may tell it, Imran. Side on angle. What's the story here?
That looks out.
So close to call. It's so vital as well in the context of the match. It really is vital. And we've got the red light, have we? Yes. Umpire Sharma from India has said that Saeed Anwar is run out. So joy at last for New Zealand. Desperately unlucky Saeed Anwar. A great knock again today. 62 off 67. 139 for 2.